So one of the things I've been talking about lately over clips is the fact I was worried about necromancy training. Because I don't have access to Slayer, because I don't have access to other methods, I was worried on how I was going to train necromancy as a sort of a low level prayer, low level defense, and what I was basically going to do for it. Now, after completing the Rune Mysteries and the Abyss mini quest today, I have been doing a stint at Abyss. And I must say, the Abyss is brilliant for this kind of a camp build where you have no real options. Your best option for a high level necromancy is stuff like bound skeletons. This is AFK, it's easy. The ability to bank your ashes using the Tomb of is just good to make a little bit of profit on the side. I'm not really doing this for profit, I'm doing this more for XP and to train my level up. Accessing level 90 means that I can do the new ritual site, which might mean necroplasm money again. But yeah, this has been really nice. Pure AFK, don't take any damage at all. Whatever damage I do take, the ghost and bunyip pretty much sort me out. And yeah, this Tome of really is something. It's a great reward. And don't get me wrong, we won't make loads off it. I'll probably make something like 4 or 5 mil, because I've been doing this for about nearly 2 hours now. And it'd be nice just to like spend the money to get a little bit of overloads. I've got some charms as well. The green charms are very nice, and I've been slowly stocking up on abyssal charms as well. Ever since I did the video on the Titan, I thought it's worth having in the bank just in case the opportunity comes again. I can make the pouches without having to do a stint in the Abyss. But what that's done for us is unlocked level 90 Necromancy and 111 Combat, which is almost... That used to be a big boy number. That used to be out of the mid level now, but now you can go up to 150. I still class this very much in the mid level now. You're level 80 and 90. You're just a low level, in my opinion, because you'll be there with base level 70s anyway. Now, one thing which I did have on one of my comments from the Abyssal Titan video is that you can go into the settings of your area loot and you can prioritize certain drops. So for the ashes, I'm prioritizing skilling drops, so they always get banked anyway, which is pretty nice as well. I've got quite a bit of editing to do today, so I actually might sit and just do another level and just sit and just AFK a bit longer. This is a really nice AFK for me, and I enjoy it. And I do think if I need to go and push for something like level 80 defense, this is probably where I'm going to do it, because it just is nice. Unless we've got like a slay monster or something viable for profit, this is a really good option. Level 90 as well unlocks the next tier of weapons, so maybe we look at doing a level 90 upgrade. I do need to go and do an Araxor kill, a Telos kill, and a Ambassador kill. Now, the Ambassador kill is easy. I can just get someone to go and Death Touch Dart it, and I can leech the kill. That's not much of an issue, and I can get the leech. Telos, I can actually use a Death Touch Dart on the final phase. So I only need to get through 3 phases, and I do feel confident with the ability of having like a War Tortoise and just using like Necromancy as a DPS to be able to do that. And then Araxor as well. I don't need to kill Araxor with any sort of like damage, so I might be able to do a duo and then just dart the last phase, and then put the cloth on the final phase as well. But we need to make a little bit of a purchase for that. We need to, I believe we need to buy like some subjugation for it. But yeah, the level 90 upgrade is really like, it's there. We could do it. And one more little thing I've decided to do as well, which should have done a little while ago, is augment my top and bottom, just for pure invention XP. Now, I am debating, it is going to cost me a little bit of money, when these go to level 10, to just assemble them and then buy another pair. And what I'm probably going to do is put an offer on the Grand Exchange to lowball a couple of sets, and if I can get them, then great, and I'll just disassemble them from there. If not, then I'll just take them to level 12, and then siphon them off, and then go from there. But if we can do the disassemble and rebuy for a decent price, I'm game for it. Because they're level 80 as well, the invention XP they'll give will be way bigger than what we're dealing with. So there'll be a decent chunk of invention XP as well. And I suppose the ashes will actually pay for it as well. But yeah, I'm going to get another HP level, so I'm going to get 81 HP. But I can't believe how quick that is. I've edited one video, and it wasn't really even a long video. So yeah, this will be a nice little AFK skill for us going forward. It'll provide us value, no doubt. And I'll probably sit on those ashes till we have a little bit more demand, because they are cheap at the minute. They're selling for like 1.7k. But we'll be able to return to rituals as well. That's the next big thing, is that level 90 gives us a better ritual site, and it gives us the possibility of having even more like glyphs. So we can multiply more, and then it actually brings necroplasm into decent profit, like something like 30 mil per hour. And I've been sitting there thinking, like, to catch up on videos, this account kind of needs to take a little bit of a sidestep and just like calm down a little bit while we catch up on the videos. And doing something like rituals, where I'm not going to get loads of XP, but I can bring like loads of money into the account and just AFK for a while, could be a decent move. I was thinking about the same with woodcutting as well. But at least with doing rituals, it will bring a lot of profit as well, which is what we're looking at. We're looking at topping our money back up. Yes, we got lucky on the Santa hat, but we do need to start getting that profit towards the higher tiers of the 100 mil mark, because we want to do plenty of decent stuff on this account. So I gave up waiting for a tier 80 to buy. So I actually had some spare bars in my bank, which I sort of like over-egged some of my upgrades with. So I'm basically going to go and make my own tier 80, which it's kind of opened my eyes a little bit that these necromancy weapons can be very much profit and high profit as well. I have an offering for the tier 80 skull lantern, probably like 20-25% over the actual price, and it's not buying. And actually making them for the GE price, they are significant profit, and it looks like no one really does it. So in terms of the Grand Exchange, I'm going to take the tier 80 lantern out, but I have put in offers for tier 70 and 80, basically because they're cheap. And then what I'll do is just upgrade them by myself, but I'm going to go and do a little project by myself for a video where I'm going to go and upgrade to a tier 70, 80, 90 and just see like what the profit is in for all of them. Because it could be a very decent way to make some money through necromancy rituals, especially when you've got high tier multipliers, just to basically do that for XP. Now, something else I've discovered as well, which kind of makes sense in the grand scheme of things, because it's very similar to how mage and range works, but you can actually train defense with necromancy, which I never knew. And because of that, that's what we're going to go and do for a little bit. Because going forward, tier 80 would be really good for like a defense. Just gives a bit more defense, and just so we're not as spongy. So we're going to go and do some more Abyss. The Abyss went really well. We got just under 4k ashes, so we made like 8 mil. And we got some charms as well for the future. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to spend a little bit of money. So I spent 2 mil for this Death Guard, and I also made this Soul Lantern for myself. So I'm going to augment them, because they're going to be our new weapons. And because the other 2 weapons are level 10, we're actually going to spend a little bit of money by actually not so much siphoning them, but actually disassembling them. And by disassembling as well, because they're tier 80, we're actually going to give us some more XP. So we're going to get 540k per weapon. But with the double XP we've got, we're actually going to get mil XP in a go. So for the level of XP we're going to get, I'd let these go to level 12 and then siphon them off and then keep them. But because they're only about 2 mil each, and I can make my own quite quick and cheaper now as well, especially because I've got a tier 90 ritual site, I can have big multipliers on and make it 3 times as quick now. I can just disassemble them. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to disassemble the first one. There's 1 mil invention XP. Mad. And here is another mil invention XP. Level 60 invention. Actually, we got 62 inventions. So we just got big levels. So basically, like, our goal has been 67 for the auto screener. We just did half of it in 2 weapons. And to be fair, if I'm going to go for my goal of level 80 defense, I'm probably going to do another set of weapons as well. And again, this is like, if you want to put some form of money towards it, this is how you can make money with invention. Also, big things here. We've unlocked the simple generator, which is our first move into machines, which is very big, very big. We can go up to a maximum of level 15, and we've also got some other stuff, some components and some other bits and pieces as well. But 62 invention is pretty big in terms of a move. Now, what I'm going to go and do is just gear up for another nice little stint at the Abyss. Again, I'm not going to hammer it too much, but I've got a list of videos to do. I've not really got much I need to do on the game. In terms of where we are in terms of the account, I'm really happy. Like, it's flown. The past 2 days, I mean, like 69 summoning and soon to be 67 invention. It's massive moves. Level 90 necromancy, which we can actually look at it now. That unlocks the next tier of armor and weapons, which we will go after. I do think we'll go after. We can make powerful ghostly ink, even though I don't think it's really worth it. The tier 3 ritual site and the ability to use much more of the glyphs as well will really help us. We also got 67 rune crafting from something, and we did get 81 HP as well, which is what's needed for Rivers of Blood and also Nex Armors, which is good. So actually, to be fair, jumping to level 80 defense unlocks Nex Armors as well, which is the version of power armor I'd probably buy for this account. And then we're pretty much sorted then. Not so much on mid-level. I think that's our like little step forward into slightly better armor. Actually, no. I think Nex Armors is mid-level. Really, Bandos Subjugation Armadillo is sort of like your entry mid-level now, whereas this would be the sort of higher mid-level. But it'd be really good. But level 80 for Rivers of Blood. Again, Rivers of Blood's really good quest line, and we will get to it at some point. But yeah, we're going to go and do some necromancy. So I need to remember what it took. I need to take some ectoplasm. That's important. So what we'll do, we'll get back to some necromancy. Actually, I need that. It's a medium pouch. Yeah, we'll get back to some necromancy gains. We'll come back at some point if anything happens. But what we're going to be doing is the big push for 80 defense. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I remember what I forgot. I have forgot notepaper, which, yeah, I'm gonna stock up on those abyssal charms because I think it might be a chance later on down the line. I'll be thankful for doing it. And today, in terms of XP, we've done 550k necromancy, and I've not even done it all day. What am I looking for? Notepaper. I need a blue charm. Bank that pouch. Oh, before we go as well, bit of a long clip. I think my necklaces have sold. Yes, they have. Right, so joining back sort of towards the end of this trip, to say we've made a lot of progress is a very, very understated statement. So, defense level, we have flown up to level 75 and probably going to get level 76 on this trip. Weapon upgrade, we are 8k weapon, well, invention XP off the robe top and robe bottom being level 10. The weapons are level 7, so yeah, we'll probably get the robe top and robe bottom to level 10 first. And then we can choose to either take it to level 10, and we can either choose then to either like push for level 12 and then disassemble them, or we can just assemble them at level 10 and then buy a level 70 armor set anyway. We can go to the Grand Exchange and see what the price is. Probably when we hit level 10 with those is when we'll teleport out, but yeah. Didn't realise, like, I can't believe how easy the Abyss is. It's just so chill and so AFK. The worst bit of the Abyss is just keeping on top of these charms, which I don't really need to be fair. But I just feel like ever since we did that Absol Titan video, it would be a waste not to pick them up. So we're going to pick them up. We're going to be about 2,000 charms as well. And I think that would be the end of it if we decide to go and do some other stuff. In terms of what's left, I might not finish off 80 defense here. I might actually go and finish it off at Hermod. Hermod I'm going to need to do anyway to get some more Hermodic plates. But it's a bit like, what do I want to do on this account next? Do I want to go and get the weapons? Do I want to go and get the plates? The weapons would make the plates easier. Again, we're back in that little circle again. Or do I want to go and like AFK some money while we like crank through the videos? There's loads of like little questions with it at the minute, or do I want to go back to the quest arc and just start doing some questing stuff, which does tempt me. The questing and like collecting of some certain items is very mid-game-ish, so maybe we can go and jump into that. Once all the videos are caught up as well, I would actually like to go and start Slayer. That's why I'm holding off Slayer so far, is because I want it to be like more up to date with the videos, so we can like be a bit more in link. So if there's comments, maybe even do like Slayer videos, like just do episodes just based purely on me going to go and do a Slayer task, answering questions you guys put in the comments from the episode before. Yeah, options. Right, so not gonna lie, spent quite a little bit of AFK in there. So much so we actually went from level 70 to 80 defense. While I pretty much edited 2 to 3 videos, the Abyss is very, very chill and very good for being able just to AFK. 114 combat now in level 80 defense. So that's going to give us the requirement for Brink of Extinction, but also it's going to unlock things like Bane Armor, Virtus, Torva Pernix, Chaotic Shields. It's going to do the next tier of Death Dealer and the Death Tank as well. Attuned Crystal Armor, Anima Core Armor for Hybrid as well. The Dino Boots as well. And there you go, Death Warden and Death Dealer as well. So really, really big level there. And we use Necromancy to train it all the way through. And again, no struggles, no issues. Just pure on AFK'd. Racked up quite a lot of charms and pure essence. And charms as well. So in terms of greens were pretty much from nothing gone to 1.4k. And the blues and crimsons aren't really much, but they just had a little bit, just so we got a little bit more. So the main things as well, in terms of the abyssal charms, we got a total of just under 3k, and we got over 10.7k ashes as well. So basically we made 20 mil just training. Now we have spent on a couple of things like overloads and resources, but we've also spent it on a level 80 guard and lantern, which we're actually going to disassemble now. Now this won't get us to our level 67 goal, but it'll get us very, very close. So there's level 64, and that's pretty much used all the bonus XP as well. And I'm going to throw this one on as well. Level 66 invention, 250k away from our goal. Now I could, if I wanted to, disassemble the top and bottom necromancy because they're level 10, but If I can buy one on the Grand Exchange, I will, but if I can't, then I won't. So I'll throw an offer in overnight, and if they buy, we can disassemble them. But yeah, in terms of a day and stuff, really, really good. We've done some quests, we've unlocked some stuff, we've done so much combat and so much XP, and we really are in a good place now. So we've got the level 90 necromancy, access to rituals, better rituals, more glyphs and all that sort of stuff. Level 80 for an increase of armor, level 66 invention, which compared to where we started the day is mental. And really, 67's tied up. It's just how we want to do it. If those Death Dealer pieces buy, then we go through that method as well. Maybe we're looking just make our own Death Dealer. We're going to have to make level 80 at some points anyway, so we could look into doing that. And we started our herb runs as well, which, yeah, really big progress. Really big progress in the last couple of days as well. So, going to end the video here. Slightly longer than a normal one, but I thought it was worth doing because of all the clips. We finally sort of made our move into combat, and it took quite a while to get there, but we are flying in levels. Never really did the Abyss and never actually realised it was actually that good, so big gains there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.